I'm John, responding from MaxBoxing.com and SecondsOut. This, moving away from me, is super flyweight Michael Ruiz Jr., who's actually going to be fighting as bantamweight on September 23rd. Mike's won 11 of 15 professional fights. He's going to be fighting Jonathan Torres at the Valdez Hall in Fresno, California. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Great. Okay, good. This will be the first time, according to what I checked on in your professional career, that you'll be fighting in your hometown of Fresno.
I know.
I mean, and it's a dumb question because I hate these kind of questions, but I got to ask it. How's it feel?
It feels great. I'm finally getting to fight at home. Everybody always asks me, like, my friends, you know, my family comes. They come to the fights, you know. But someone like not my immediate family, but other families will ask me, hey, when are you having a fight here in Fresno? Friends ask me. Everybody from the valley asks. And someone trying to make it, but now finally getting to fight at home, it's like I get to tell them, yes, I'm fighting here, you know, come and see me, and it's great, it's a good feel, you know, finally get to fight in front of my family again.
So, how's training been going?
Training's been going great. We just came back, you know, running at the mountains, you know, 6 miles, 7 miles, and they doing sprints afterwards, and that's why the coaches are not even here, because they woke up at 6 in the morning running, and we've been out all day, just got done with medicals. So it's been a good day. Training camp is crazy, it's fun. Good sparring, great sparring. There's like 3 pros here that they're around my same weight class. They're a little bit heavier, so I get some time to work harder. I got sparring with Escalon, the former WBC champ that fought Gary Russell. So he's a good guy. He's fast and he's quick and he's tough. So you know, I used him last time for sparring, and he helped me out a lot. So it's tremendous. It's a good camp.
So you're about a month and a week away. Weight is pretty much on schedule. Everything's going really good.
Everything's exactly where it's supposed to be. It's I usually mess around with my weight before to see where I'm at, and right now I started eating, you know, really good properly. You know, I would eat very, you know, every now, but now my diet's really on, so my performance has been peaking a lot better, a lot greater. So it's gonna be fun.
Okay, how about this guy Arturo Torres? Have you watched any film with him?
I usually have him
about him or what?
I know he's a righty. I know he's on a hot streak right now. Five, 6
got that coming up.
Yeah, and I heard about that. So, but I'm on a hot streak too myself, and I know my competition's been a lot tougher. So I'm not worried about anything. And I know he has. They talk about some of his movements, and he kind of wings with his right. Just keep my hands up for that. Watch out for that. My camp tells me just what they watch of him first, and then about almost three to 4 weeks out, I'll start watching him. But I listen to them first. So then when I'm in training camp, I do what they tell me, and I keep persisting doing what they tell me, do what they tell me, and then I get to see. Now I understand what they're talking about. Now I see something different, and I get to work on that on my own.
And you're talking about wing and a right. I was just thinking, because earlier when you were punching me out, I was thinking about that. Now, when a guy wings a right like this, is that you step inside with a shot, right?
Yeah, you can step inside with a shot, and you can block, and then
block it.
Yeah, I see it coming over.
Okay.
That's Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia. Yeah, that's from the inside.
Yeah, he throws that right. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah, you're right about your opponent. He's won his last 6 in a row.
Yes.
And he dropped his first 4, which is an interesting. He was like 16 when he dropped those first earlier, because I was looking at a boxing rec. So because of that, since he's got the momentum thing going at 160, you expect him to bring his A game.
Yeah, I expect him to come out with the feel of him winning those fights. So he's going to come out with a little aggressiveness, but then also cautiousness, because he's been active. So he's going to come out with the feel of this is his ring. But this is my time. I understand that.
I was just going to ask that. Now you're 28. He's 22. So that's weird that you're quite a bit older than he is. Do you feel like you're just peaking right now, getting into the prime of your career? I mean, because we're going to talk a little bit about the peaks and valleys that have happened, more valleys. But now you're peaking. It does feel like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I feel like I'm 20 years old. I feel like I'm 18 still. I act like I'm 15, but but no, I mean
I act like I'm 16 right now.
But when I train though, I mean these other this camp with a lot of the kids are 20, 21, 25 years old, and 25 years old, and we have about 4 or 5 gyms here. I mean, gyms, 4 or 5 pros, and I think these kids are, you know, they have a lot of energy. But I'm with them. I have more energy than them. They always, man, how do you get so much energy, Mike? And I'm just like, I just have it, you know. So I feel that it's my time, and I'm at where I'm happy. I feel great. I feel like I'm young again, and I know right now I'm ready.
Yeah, he doesn't look 28, does he? He looks like he's about 18, doesn't he? Yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, your career has had a little bit of ups and downs. Like we were talking about Torres, your opponent. You won 7 in a row. We discussed this before. Dropped a few, but you haven't lost a bout in 4 years, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what changed 4 years ago? You know, since 2013. What did you do?
I think it was the combination of everything. It was the coaching that I had. It was getting away from boxing. It was more of it was to get away from the art of fighting or boxing. Need that much sparring. So I had left that camp. It was with Israel Vasquez in LA, and we had a couple hard opponents, you know, tough ones. And those opponents were tough, but I felt that I won those fights. I have 3 losses that I feel that I have really actually won. I only have one in my book. Me personally, I only have 1 real loss, and I understand that was myself. I beat myself, but I started eating right, learned how to diet, train right. Started really settling down on my punches, and I feel that this camp that I have right here, it provides all that for me, and that I just feel like I'm on the run now. That I'm ready.
Yeah, that one loss was against Escalante in the Bay Area.
Yeah, I
thought you won the fight.
I thought I won the fight also.
You got revenge. You won the rematch.
Yeah.
But that fight was
I know.
That was a crazy fight.
And I would have had
a really good fight, really exciting fight.
I know, and I man, it was a good fight, but I knew I could beat him because I wasn't really 100%. But I know when I fought him again, I was where I wanted to be. And I beat him like I know I would.
Beat him easier.
Yeah.
Because you guys fought as amateurs too, right?
We fought 2 times as amateurs, and then 2 times as pros.
You think you might fight him again?
I don't know. I don't think he would want to, or I think Mike Basil won't want to fight. But Mike Basil is a cool guy. We talk sometimes. He's a real cool dude, and I like hanging out with him. And I think they're gonna go drop him down to 113. I think he wants to go up 113. But he's a small guy. He can handle it.
Yeah, you've been on the, you know, like you were kind of alluding to, on the bad end of some dubious decisions in your career. Now, tell me, and I don't think most people can understand this other than other boxers, how hard is that to deal with when you won the fight, you're sure you won the fight, your corner's telling you won the fight, and then you hear the announcer point to the other guy? It's
heartbreaking. I mean, I had a fight in San Diego, and it was for the NABA, the WBA title, and I felt that I won it. Half his fans left, and then we were just like there cheering, and then they gave him the decision, and that one hurt me the most because that just to see his fans leaving, him just like, you know, not thinking he had won the fight, and then for them to say that he won, even the reporters on the side were telling me like, you had that. That tore me, but it just made me feel like I just got to be stronger. But it took me a while, just because of those losses that I felt that I won, to see even come back to the position that I'm at right now, took forever, and it was hard for me, because just to recuperate just from that, and it's weird because I know that I won those fights, but for them to do that to me, it wasn't just a L. It dropped me down from this type of level to back down again. So I had to start down from level 1 fighting again. Now I'm hearing better shows, and I just want to keep winning because I can't take this. I can't take another loss. Because if I take another loss, that's it for me. You know, I feel that's it. That's why there's like these titles, all or nothing, throwing out, because truly it is. Because I have to win. I have to keep winning. I can't lose no more.
Yeah, this is for a belt, right? This is your fight coming up on the 23rd. Is it for a belt?
No, it's not for a belt. This is not for a belt. Okay. But I mean, just anything.
The one in Sacramento or in Brooks was for a belt.
Yeah, that one was for the IBA. That was the title. I was supposed to have a rematch, but they don't want to.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that right now. Yeah, that fight, Rodrigo Guerrero, that guy fought for the world championship and was obviously, as we were talking about earlier, odds-on favorite to beat you. And he seemed to get almost all the attention. Remember we were talking about that? They had a big picture of him and a tiny little picture of Mike on the poster.
The second time they didn't have one, they just had the writing of my name on it.
Yeah, didn't even have a picture of him. You don't see that very often, so it was like, okay, we know what's going on here. But I was just wondering, because, you know, as Doug tells me, I'm a very competitive person. I was thinking that was me. That would have really motivated me to really like, okay, we'll see about this. Because
they had the fight going on, and I looked him up, and you know he was going to former world champion.
Yeah,
he took Darchinyan to the 12th round at Darchinyan's prime.
Good fighter.
And So I saw that, but when they talked about him, hyped him up, I was just, they just don't know what kind of fighter I am. I go, especially what you see on the records, the losses, or even the videos I have before me, that's not the type of fighter I am now. I got way different, and I had grown a lot. And not because I didn't stay stalled. I kept pushing. I kept wanting to become better a fighter as I kept growing. So I just said I got to prove to them this is who I am. So for this fight, I was like, I know I was ready, and I knew whatever he was doing, I had to answer for it.
Yeah, that's true. You know, just when you were talking, I'm thinking about when you fought Escalante the first time, and I'm remembering that fight, and I'm thinking about the first couple of rounds against Guerrero. You did look different. Yeah. There was something. There was an edginess to you, and there was an intensity that was there in the first one, but against Escalante. But there was something you like upped your game in the last few years. So that's
I felt myself become a lot better, especially here, training where I've been at. I feel that when I come in the ring, it's not like I'm waiting for you. I'm gonna go get you, you know, and then if you try to attack, I'm gonna answer, you know, and I have to put that pressure. But it's not. Sometimes I don't have to put the pressure, but it's my game, it's my ring, so I have to make it my fight.
Yeah, now that fight was ruled a technical draw for 2 rounds, that we were just talking about, due to an accidental headbutt.
Yeah.
You had floored Guerrero with a body shot. Now here we go again. I'm going to step into it and show me the body shot that you. Because I remember, did you hit him here or was it the other side?
Oh,
that you hit? It was right there.
Yeah,
okay. So did he threw a punch at you and then you went under or what?
No,
because I can't remember. He was just.
He was walking. It was like a run right here, and because he was right-handed, he was right-handed.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're like that, and then you're walking, and he moved his foot over. Okay. Then boom, I hit him, and his back foot kind of skipped, but I hit him hard enough to where his foot was grounded, and when I hit it, it made his foot come off. I hit him with a good shot.
Yeah, that was good.
I was just timing him. I was waiting, I was moving, boom, and I caught him. I saw the opening, and I took it. But I realized sparring with Escalante and getting the training that I've gotten, that my power and my speed was really intense. It was everything was there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem like. I mean, he seemed stunned.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking at him sitting in the corner, and he had a look on his face like, what was this? Like, he bought into all the hype going into the fight. You know, did you get that feeling too?
I felt when I had hit him a couple times, and I seen him in his eyes, that like he knew like I'm in for it, because he's like, this is not what I expected. And his corner too, especially his corner, their eyes, I don't think they do. I think this is what they were stunned themselves. This is not what we see on paper. It's not what we thought he was.
Go by a record all the time.
I know what I'm saying.
So what about the rematch? You started.
We called. They said it was on the clause too for the belt, and they haven't gave it to me. I said we wanted. They said no.
Yeah, it was for the IBA. Yeah, that's right.
And I wanted that belt too because of what happened when they took it from me from Escalante. Escalante was for the IBA, but it was from the 115. But this one was 118, and I wanted it. You know? I was like, this was mine, you know. But they should have been both mine. But that's how it is, though.
So you don't think it's going to happen in the rematch?
I doubt it. Yeah, I called Paco too. They said
not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. So.
Yeah, that was one of those moments in boxing that anybody that knows boxing knows what I'm going to talk about. It was explosive because you're sitting there and you're just sitting there, and then bam! Yeah. It shocked everybody. You probably couldn't hear it like we could, but the crowd just roared.
Yeah, they got up. I had a lot of people there.
Yeah, that was like kind of one of those stunners.
Yeah, and then people that were there, like they didn't expect what's going on. So even the outside people that just fans that came just to see boxing, when they saw that, they were just like, oh, like dang, this is, you know, like I can hear them saying like, oh, like they were like, oh, this is it, you know, like this is not like all one-sided fights like the other one's been. So they got in, they got really hyped up.
No, there was a lot of thought, you know, at ringside you were going to knock the guy out.
I was setting him up for a certain punch that I didn't use, and I was waiting for it, and I was going to use it by the 56th round. And I had caught him with an open hook one time, and I wanted the sharper, closer one, but I didn't get the chance to do it. It was the end of the third when he got cut, and I just because the second round I knew I was catching him.
You were catching him.
And then the third round I started boxing him. So when he threw a punch, I was answering hard with hard punches at the end of my punch, instead of just being inside and hurting him. I was waiting, and I would catch him.
Yeah, he was a taller guy than you. I remember right? Do you prefer fighting guys that are a little taller or your size, or does it not matter? Is throwing punches up, is it a little trickier or what?
Throwing punches up, you just usually have to meet them at the position they're going to be in, so it's all timing. But the punches that do land, they're more power behind it. Kind of like a Martinez and Paul Williams type of punch. Because you remember how because he waited
right on his face.
He went, boom, so he timed it as he came in, and that punch that he caught, that was a good punch. So and shorter guys, I'll fight them because for some reason just feel like I'm stronger. So it plays both ways. I prefer it. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so fight is 23rd against Torres. Tell the fans what they can expect to see when you're fighting them.
Well, this is Mike Ruiz and Mike Ruiz Jr. This fight's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. Finally, fight at home. I'm on a hot streak just like he is. But I know my competition has been really tough, and I feel that this is my time already. And I got my gym right here. This is main event boxing. I got my friends who are on the card with me that we've been fighting with forever. Julian Lopez, Cedro Ochoa's gonna fight on that card too. We have Jesus, the babyface assassin. That guy's a cool dude, man. And so we got Coach Tommy's, our coach for main event, and Coach Juan's conditioning coach. He's the one we got us all ready for the last fight and this fight coming up. So everything else, man. Shout out to everybody here in my church, Life Ministries. I like to shout out to Sal's Hair Masters, and I like to shout out to all of F4 Studios. Furman, that's a really cool guy. That guy, I've been with him since we first started, and that's he helps me out all the time, and he's a real good person. And I just give shout outs to everybody, anybody else in my family, and all my sponsors.
Okay, again, Michael's fight's going down with Torres on September 23rd at Valdez Hall in Fresno. How far is that from here? Just
from here, I think it's probably like 2 miles.
2 miles.
A mile, yeah.
Okay, tickets are still available, right?
Yeah, Ticketmaster.com. You can find them on there. Tickets, you just put down Valdez Hall, or you just put down Fresno, the upcoming events, and it should pop up. You just click on it, and just little gloves on the side. Click on it, $45, 45 back seats, $65, and $100 front. A good seat anywhere is a good seat. It doesn't matter. Just come to support. That's all I want you guys to do.
Yeah, come out and support this guy because he always puts it on the line. And
I always put a show.
He always does.
No matter what, I put a show.
So we'll be pulling for you. So thanks a lot for doing this.
You're a cool dude, man. Ever since when I was getting my own breaks, no one else ever wrote about me, but you did. You're a cool dude.
Well, you're like the underdog to me, and I love writing about guys like you because people they kind of push you aside, they don't know how good you guys can be. That's the thing. And when I told you sold me on Escalante when I saw that fight, so that was.
Oh, you should have seen the second one.
I was coming. I don't know what happened that I didn't come to the second one, and you won it. It was outside.
That was cool. I tore him up. It was good. They knew it too. They knew it. And then,
no complaining on that one.
No, after the fight was over, after I went on the ring and I told him, and then he was there. I mean, he's a cool guy. I have nothing against him.
Yeah, right.
But it's competitions, and I was just like, all right, when I finished the fight, I was like, you can't deny me this time. I was like, I told him, you can't deny.
Did you have any doubt at all?
I said, you can't deny it. Let me go. That's not the only one. I'm the only one. Yeah, I just told him that. But and then when we were doing this decision, in my head, I was like, they can't deny me this. They cannot. It has to, because I had to give it to them that one. I had a whole time in this room.
Okay, that's Mike Ruiz fighting on 23rd. John responding with Max Boxing, SecondsOut.com. I'm reading another article about this man. So come out and support him on the 23rd of September at Valdez Hall in Fresno. That's it. Thank you. Good luck, Mike.
I
appreciate it.